Today is a different day. We are still talking about functions, and remember, functions is one of my favorite topic. So today we are going to focus on rational functions. Okay? Let me just give you a hint. So a rational function is a function in form of f of x is equal to a divided by bx plus c. This is a rational function. This video, I'm going to explain everything that you need to know under rational functions. And I have compiled questions that have been coming in an exam, quiz, and test for the past 5 years. All of them are in this PDF. So you watching this video, meaning that you don't need to go back to the past papers, because all the questions that I've added in this PDF, in this question bank, are from the same test, quizzes, and the exam for the past 5 years. Okay? So if you want to access all the questions under rational functions, how to find the domain and range of the rational functions, how to sketch the rational functions, how to find the intercept, asymptote, all those stuffs are included in this question bank. The link is in the description below. You'll be able to find the link. Click on that link, it will take you to the hub. Or simply go direct to the website, Google and search Transcended Study Hub. You go math, you go on math, you'll be able to find this. So this PDF has got all the questions for rational functions, and it has got answers in the PDF format and also in the video format. Now let me just show you the sample. So this is the sample of the PDF. This is the question that we're going to solve. Now these are the answers in PDF. Even the graph is here. So we have solved all of them in PDF and also in video. So you can access it. I believe this is going to help you. Let's begin our discussion with the first question that we have here. Let f of x is equal to 4x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 1. Find the domain and range of the function. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the domain and range. Again, I'm going to sketch it. So how do we find the domain of a rational function? To find the domain of a rational function, we can never have 0 on the denominator. Therefore, get what is on the denominator, set them not equal to 0, and solve for x. 3x not equal to -1, divide here by 3, here by 3, x not equal to -1 over 3. Therefore, the domain is starting from negative infinity all the way to 1 over 3, not included because we're excluding that. Okay, we don't want -1 over 3 to be part of. So you say union, then -1 over 3 all the way to positive infinity. This is my domain. How do we find the range of the function? You can either find the inverse, or the best way is this. To find the range of this function, you look at two things. Is the function bottom heavy? Bottom heavy will mean that the degree of x down here is greater than the degree of x on top there. But in this case, on top we've got x to the power 1, down we also have x to the power 1. Therefore, you are going to divide the coefficient. So y will be not equal to, you say 4x divided by 3x. So y will not be equal to 4 divided by 3. So the range will be starting from negative infinity all the way to 4 over 3, union 4 over 3 all the way to positive infinity. You can put this in set Bueller notation where you say y is a member of all real numbers such that y is not equal to 4 over 3. That's fine. The domain, you can put it in this way. You can say x, so domain we use x. X is a member of all real numbers such that x should never be equal to -1 over 3. It ends. So you can write this or this. We are talking about the same language. Okay. So like I said that I'm going to sketch the graph as well. So let's now sketch the graph of this function. So let me not get rid of the domain. So we are saying that the domain x should not be equal to -1/3, and the range, we are saying that the range y should never be equal to 4/3. Whenever you are trying to sketch the rational function, you need just to know three things. You need to know what we call the asymptote. You need to know what we call the intercept. I think these two are enough. Under asymptote, we have got what we call the x, okay, the x and y asymptote. Or let me say, we say the vertical asymptote and the horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote. To make things clear, the vertical asymptote is the same as the domain, and the horizontal asymptote is the same as the range. So now, the issue is this. Under rational function, if you know how to find the domain, then you know how to find the range. The only difference there is the domain, we said x is not equal to -1/3, but the vertical asymptote, you are going to say x is equal to that number. I hope this is going to make sense. The horizontal asymptote is the same as the range. The only difference here is that the range, we are saying that y should never be equal to 4/3, but for the domain, the same way we find the range, but we just say y will be equal to 4/3. In simple terms, to find the vertical asymptote, you get the denominator set equal to 0. So for x, so you have this, then divide here by 3, divide here by 3, x is equal to -1/3. This is the vertical asymptote. The horizontal asymptote, you use the same method. If the function is bottom heavy, y will be equal to 0. That will be the horizontal asymptote. If the degree of x and y are having the same powers, then you divide the coefficient. So y will be equal to 4/3. That marks the end of that. Now you need also to know how to find what we call the intercept. Intercept, we have what we call the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So I'll do this. So to find the x-intercept, y should be equal to 0. So we have the function y is equal to 4x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 1. So what will happen? Replace y with 0. So we have 4x plus 1, then 3x plus 1. Cross multiply. You have 4x plus 1 is equal to, if you multiply this by 0 here, everything will be 0. So you have 4x is equal to -1. Divide here by 4, divide here by 4, x is equal to -1/4. So I have got my x-intercept. I have my x-intercept at x is equal to -1/4. So when x is -1/4, y is 0. That's what we have said, because we have put 0 here. You get rid of this. Let's find the y-intercept. The y-intercept, x should be equal to 0. So y will be equal to 4x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 1. Now you are replacing, where there is x, put 0. Y will be equal to 4 times 0, it will be 0, so it will be 1 on top. Down here it will also be 1, so y will be equal to 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. Oh, when x is 0, y will be, so you say y-intercept, y will be equal to 1. So what does it mean? When x is 0, y is 1. We are done with that. Now you can go ahead and sketch this graph. So this is how it's going to come out. You first have to identify the horizontal asymptote that we have already. The vertical asymptote is at negative 1 over 3. I'll put it here. And the horizontal asymptote is at 3 over 4 over 3, which is 1 point something. I'm going to put it here. Okay. I'm going to put it where? I'm going to put it here. 4 over 3. Now you draw a dotted line touching the horizontal asymptote and a dotted line touching the vertical asymptote. Like that. Now you have to put the intercept that you have been given, or that you have found, sorry. So we have got 0 in x, in y 1. So I know that this is 1 point something, so I think it is just below 4 over 3, because this is just 0, 1. So 1, I'll put it here. Okay. So meaning I expect that point to be here. Then negative 1 over, in x, negative 1 over 4, which is approximately 0 point something, but this number, and so this number is actually going to be smaller. So this number will be here, negative 1 over 4, so it will be here. So starting from the asymptote, touching those two guys, this part and this part, then going this side. Now the part that is, you reflect the opposite part of this. So the opposite part of that is this side. So you reflect it this side. And this is the graph of the function that we have. There's no debate about it, not so. So I believe you can do that. Yeah, I believe you can do that. There's nothing difficult about it. So this is how you find the domain, the vertical asymptote, the intercept, and everything that you need to know under rational functions. This is what you need to know. So for this question, I'll end here, but we have more questions that we're going to solve. Okay. So that question that we were doing, it was not asking us to sketch, but I just thought of sketching. It was just asking us to find the domain. Okay, so section 2 of our question bank is now talking about how to sketch the graph. So it's saying sketch the graph of the following rational function indicating O asymptote and intercept. They're not asking us to find the domain. But initially when you're talking about asymptote, it's the same as you're talking about domains also. Domain and range. Okay. So for the sake of space, I'm going to shift this part to go to the other, to on top there. So the first thing, like I said, you need first to identify the asymptote. So we have got the vertical asymptote. To find the vertical asymptote, get the denominator, set equal to 0, so for x. So 1 will be equal to x, meaning that the vertical asymptote is that x is equal to 1. Now find the horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote, if the function is bottom heavy, for example, when I'm talking about bottom heavy is when I come across maybe a number, let's say 2 divided by x plus 1. This function is bottom heavy. In this case, the horizontal asymptote y is equal to 0. Because down we have got x, on top we don't have x. Or down we have got x to the power 2, but on top we don't have, we have x to the power 0. So this function is bottom heavy. In a case where on top we have got x, down we have got x to the power 1, on top x to the power 1. The function have got the same degree of power. In that case, you divide the what? The coefficient. So you say negative 2. A number in front of x down here is negative 1. So it is y is equal to 2. Or negative and negative will go. After identifying this, you need also to identify the intercept. So let's start with the x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, equate y equal to 0. So the function is y is equal to 6 minus 2x. Divide this by 1 minus x. So y will be equal to 6 minus 2. Where there is x, put 0. 1 minus 0. Then y is equal to 6 minus 0 divided by 1. So y will be equal to 6. So that is now we are replacing where there is x or y with 0. So now it is the sign. And we're making x as a subject of the formula. We'll cross multiply 1 times what we have on top, it is 6 minus 2x is equal to this times 0, it will be 0. So we have now 6 is equal to 2x, we divide it by 2, even here by 2, so x will be equal to 3. So the x-intercept we have now at x is equal to 3. So when x is 3, y is 0. That's what we have. Let us go ahead and find the y-intercept. To find the y-intercept, x should be equal to 0. So you have y is equal to 6 minus 2x, divide this by 1 minus x. So y will be equal to 6 minus 2, where there is x put 0, 1 minus 0. So y will be equal to 6 minus 0, because 2 times 0 it will be 0. We divide it by 1, so y will be equal to 6. So then the y-intercept is y is equal to 6. So when x is 0, y is 6. We leave it there. Now we can sketch the graph. We can sketch the graph. Okay, so first you need to look at the asymptote. X is equal to 1. I'll put it where? Here. And draw a dotted line crossing the asymptote. Y should be equal to 2. Draw a dotted line. So I'll put 2 here, crossing the asymptote. Like that. So what we are going to do is this. This is what we are going to do. The intercept now, you start with x, 3, 0. In y we have got 3, so I'll just put 3 here. 3, 0, it is, I'll just put here. This is 3, 0. Then we also have 0, 6. 6, we'll put it here. So 0, 6, we'll say it is here. Starting closer from the asymptote, touching this point and going this side. You put arrows because you don't know where the graph is ending. Then even here, it will start from here but touching the asymptote and going this side. You put arrows because you don't know where it is going. So this is the graph of the question that we have. Okay? Yeah, so I hope you have learned something and you can actually answer a lot of questions by yourself. Okay.